Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We're looking at DXY for a dollar for the daily time frame. What I wanted to show off today is that as we are opening up this new daily candle, we are looking for some upside into resistance right now. Resistance is at 103.96. If we close a 4-hour candle above 104 today, I would be looking for that next target of 104.80, 105, and that will be the next leg down on Bitcoin, ETH, etc. So be aware of that. First of all, we're looking for that daily close above 104 for that other extension, or a 4-hour close above 104. Until then, we can see that we are already finding a little bit of resistance right at the 55 EMA at 103.96. That's okay. We got that leg down on Bitcoin ETH just now. I was in my short. I'm up like 340%. I'm in a little bit of a long. I have a nice little straddle. What I'm looking for now is if this gets pushed back into market open and it wants to consolidate throughout the day before a breakout kind of situation, I'm totally understanding of that. And that will give us an opportunity to scalp that long that I just took off the low. And as you can see here, we're on the 200 EMA on a 4-hour time frame. We might get a little bit of a pullback right now, but that pullback shouldn't go lower than 103.30. And then from there, we're looking for continuation up, okay? The only time I'm looking for downside on Dixie this entire week is if we lose 103, okay? If we don't lose 103, this 200 EMA, more than likely we're going to accumulate and then bust out like really hard. That's going to be the one that's going to hurt a lot of people in the market. Right now, you got a bearish divergence, okay, and it's playing out, but that's going to get cleaned out in the next 4-hour candle is my assumption. So just be ready for Dixie. Dixie is on its way up, and it's going to give us some downside on crypto. Today, it's already tapped that 55 and fighting a little resistance. You can watch this do a little bit of a flag consolidation, something of this nature. Oops, or that. Something of this nature. Where is it? Here. I would be looking at it doing something of this nature. And then as long as it follows this consolidation, you should not stress. None. I'll leave it like that. As soon as it breaks out of this triangle, you know that if it breaks out, you can use this as consolidation to break out higher. And if it drops out of here and it loses our 102, 75, like 103, then we know that, hey, we got to get warning to the downside. Okay, the good thing is that the lowest EMA is crossing the 21 EMA, and that does prove that the upside is real. So get ready for that, and you see how I have the measured move here. So within a week or two, I'm looking for this area to get claimed, and then I'm looking for that breakup to occur as soon as we get that close above 104. So that's enough of that. Let's go quickly to Bitcoin now. And let me actually turn on the chart on my phone. I am in a little bit of a scale. So full disclosure, I'll do that when we go to ETH. I'll tell you guys my positions as soon as we get there. So here's the daily on Bitcoin. Oops, let's remove all my drawings. And all we're doing right now is consolidating on the low of the 200 EMA. This is what I was telling you guys. We are almost done getting the selling over with. So don't get too bearish. We already had a plan of a long scalp in this area, and this is the first level, second level, third level, stop loss underneath. Okay, so if that's how you guys want to do it on the daily time frame, you can go for it. I have a little bit of a tighter consolidation on lower time frames for the members, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. As of right now, until we have a 4-hour open and close above 22,300, I'm looking for downside. And then last week it was 23.2, right? That's gone now. Unless we get a 4-hour open and close above 22,500, I'm not even looking for that 23.8 or 24 for that matter. And then when that does happen, we are going to be basically The second we close a 4 hour above the 22.5, we have to retest our 23.2, okay, and then 24K. Once those levels are broken, then you got your level of 25,000 and then 26,700 again. But we have a lot of resistance to the upside, and all this distribution that was occurring is going to be a lot of resistance to the upside as well, because it's basically made a head and shoulder, and it's trapping price action under this right shoulder under that $22,500 area, meaning that 22,500 is a shorting opportunity with a stop loss probably above that 23.2. Okay, so it's $1,000 move to the upside, and then to the downside, if this 200 is lost, it's gonna get a little ugly. From here, from 21,006, sorry, 21,300, we're looking at almost like 20,800, and then 20,100, and it could probably go even lower to like 18,500 ish. So I'm gonna say level to level to level, and then as the levels come, then you know what to do. Until then, you should not get too bearish because you are sitting on support. And to have a short here as we consolidate and get finished selling off, resetting oscillators for the next leg up, it's gonna be a very upsetting for you. So level to level. And right now we're at one level. If anyone is scalping along at this level, they should be very, very cautious of having a stop loss underneath 20,300, because under 20,300 becomes more and more bearish. Like, 20K is a psychological butter zone. I'm not even looking for that. But I'd probably go right to like 18.9 to 18.6 and see if that's an area of a consolidation to pick up and look for the long scalp. I'll be watching the oscillators as well. Right now, we are almost at the point where I'm looking for a reversal, and it might be one more last leg down, a quick wick on the next 4 hour, and then a reversal. So just keep an eye on the oscillators. If you start opening and closing 4 hour candles underneath that 200 EMA, that's no. So then I won't chase that long, and I'll wait until it comes to the other ones. Okay. And then we have fib targets. So if you guys are confused as to levels, go to the last video from yesterday or the day before, because all the last week's levels are there. This is all going to be new levels for this week. So just be aware of that moving forward, please. And yeah, I gave you the levels to the top, I gave you the levels to the bottom. I'm going to say right now that after you have a 4 hour open and close under 20,300, I would lay off long scalps, because everything's going to be a dead cat bounce, a long time to consolidate. You're going to have to give it like a day or two. It's not just going to magically turn around for your favor like that. It doesn't work like that. So you're going to have to give it time to consolidate the low. So people are not like, oh, this was a, because people are probably thinking this is a head and shoulder to the downside, and now we're looking for lows. I'm saying we are just shaking out over leveraged longs, finding support, and then continuing our path up. There's no reason why we would be breaking structure at this point. This is just like a wave one. I'm looking at this as a wave two. I mean, if you want to do wave one, two, here's three, then this whole thing is 4, and then 5 is the largest amplitude. So it's going to take all liquidity in this entire range when we leg up on 5, a 1-to-1 extension. So you should be looking for something like this right over here, going all the way to like 26, 27,000. Everyone is going to be out of that trade if they're not prepared for that move coming up. So only the Elliott wave traders and the trend traders and people who are looking at long-term time frames are understanding what I'm trying to get at. But this is just a pit stop. This is not us reversing. This is a pit stop until it says no by actually opening and closing, under the 200 or the level that we set up, 20,300 on a daily. All right. Now let's go to Ethereum, and then I'll tell you what's going on with my trade on Ethereum. I'll try to go faster about this. I know you guys are trading. So ETH, I had a short from like 16 something. I closed it and then I reshorted it again at like 1540-ish, because as we were consolidating here, I was like, okay, if we don't make this high, then this is going to be a shorting opportunity. So I shorted 1543. and it's up like 350%. But then this is the area I was saying we wanted a long scalp. So I did take a long scalp at 1486. So I have that straddle going about, what's that, 40, $60, a $60 straddle. And I'm going to wait and see how that range occurs. The short I can give a shit about is just insurance. Now I have more gung ho to let this inverse shoulder fill out, okay, of this inverse head and shoulder. I'm going to let this shoulder fill out, but I'm going to get pretty heavy on my long now. And I'm going to leave my short as an insurance policy up here. Then I will ladder into longs as we leg down, knowing that, hey, at any point we can do that rounded bottom and then leg up. The whole plan I had was not to make a lower shoulder than this level here at 1440. And that's why I took my long at 1443, because I literally missed it by $10, $20 because I was asleep. So any of you guys who set limits, I'm sure you guys are excited because that level we've been talking about for how many days now. So my risk now is that $100 move down from the 1440 to like 1340, 1320. So I'm gonna be cautious for that next $100 drop in the next like day or two, and that's why I'm gonna hold that short and I'm gonna be ready to DCA into my long. I'll make my short a stop loss of 100%, meaning that if my long actually starts pumping, it's gonna get that 200-300% in gain, and my stop loss will stop out at 100% gain, capping my gain on my short at 100%, but I'm going to let my long turn into that larger winner, maybe 500, 800, 1,000%, etc. on a longer time frame, not a scalp. I'm going to let this be a swing, basically. I'm going to build that swing. The short scalp is what I want to get rid of right now or into market open if I see the signs of a reversal. But obviously today is like, you got to just, what today, uh, scalping longs is a very, very risky thing to do. You need to let daily close come, or you see a pivot on the 4-hour time frame. Until then, you're gambling. Okay, right now, if we close this 4-hour candle the way it is in 6 minutes and 22 seconds, you're in the bearish control zone. So it's going to look for a brand new low. The same strategy is with the Bollinger Band strategy. So yeah, I'm scalp long. Yeah, I have a short, but I'm not saying this is the bottom. It can go much, much lower to the lower levels that I've said before. And until we get that reversal on the RSI, I am not saying this is a pivot. I'm just following the trading plan I had. And until the market opens, I can't have more data to go off of anything other than my EMAs, which are lagging indicators. So the plan that we had set up long term is why we're trading the way we are. We're going to wait for confirmation for the daily close, 4-hour close for that pivot. If I get a confirmation of a pivot, I will stop out of my long, I mean my short at 1520. There's no reason I have to take only 100% gain. I'll make sure I get 200% or 150, and then I can have my long uh, take profit there as well, and it'll basically be 300-400 together between the long and short straddle. But if I want, I can have a stop loss then set for my long in case we do want to sweep for the liquidity, and then I can take another long lower and try getting profit. Like, right now I'm scalping longs. I guess that's what I could say. I'm scalping longs on a lower time frame in the hopes of building up a larger swing. If I can get in, out, in, out, in, out during consolidations, fine. I'll take 50%, 20%, whatever the heck it wants to give me, I'll take it. But the goal is to get that larger entry at 1350 to 1380, 1330 to 1350, so I can hold that long term for the reversal pivot. And then even if we have a dead cat bounce, I'll sell it at 1520. But from 1350 to 1520 is a pretty damn good trade. So that's the goal that I have. I'm saying right now the market is going to let people trickle in, and then they're going to let it float a little, but then they're going to just wreck them again. You're going to have to give this like at least a day or two for this drip to be over with, and maybe Wednesday we'll see the reversal. Because right now your 21 EMA just crossed the 200. You're having open and closes now. So this thing just kicked off the leg down. You're in the bearish control zone on RSI. So don't get too greedy and just go all in. break up your order into smaller amounts and get ready to DCA. And this is gonna take like I'm saying like 2 days. So just relax. Anytime you see these little consolidation moves, doesn't mean shit. It's just a descending channel consolidation is what you should see. Is there any doodles? Okay. Well, first of all, Orihes, your bio purse is broken. We are coming into the buying opportunity that we had since this original head and shoulder and this fake out that it did. And then once we are done over here, if we get to this sweet area, awesome. If we don't, that's fine because right now we're in an uptrend. We technically should not go lower than here because this would be now bears trying to like break down even lower and touch the bottom of the channel kind of situation. So that's a risk, okay? We don't want to go and test the bottom of the channel because that will be where we originally broke out. We want to use this middle point of the channel and break out like I have this here. This whole move being built over here now. So that's what we're waiting for. You can let this shit go. And then you can lower this because this is the level you want to break out of now. And then it might be a lower target than we had before because of this longer freaking consolidation that we just had. Come on, buddy. There you go. So I would look for this breakout over here. And then even when this breakout occurs, we're still going to have to watch for resistance at these higher levels. So here's your freebie for Valentine's Day, guys. I'm going to be extremely busy the next few days, but I'm here if you need me. What else can I say? Well, I greatly appreciate you guys watching. If you can do me a solid, leave a like, a subscribe, press the bell button for notifications. If you have any other family and friends interested in this market, please feel free to share with them. I would greatly appreciate more people coming through. If you have any questions or concerns, please leave in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to help you out with any of those questions moving forward in the next video. And if you have any other assets you would like me to cover that we haven't already, please feel free to leave a comment in the YouTube video below, and I'll be more than happy to cover it in the next video. Also, if you guys are interested in trading with me live, please feel free to join our Discord server. The link to the Discord server is in the description below. And then, yeah, last but not least, yeah, I hope you guys trade safe. I'm wishing you guys a happy Valentine's Day. If you're interested in our member services, which is $20 a month to trade with us hardcore, please feel free to join that Discord server, which was in the link of the description of the video below. Aside from that, guys, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Don't get too bearish. Don't get too bullish. Level to level. Level to level.